Okay, so I'm getting ready to watch episode 34 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. And in episode 33, we kind of got our formal introduction to Armstrong's sister, General Armstrong, up at the northern wall of Briggs. And we also got to meet that cool guy that had like the chainsaw hand and who knows what kind of other northern monstrosities we're going to see up here as we get to spend more time there. But we know everybody is converging in the north. Scar is headed that way. So's the Crimson Alchemist. They're all headed that way. And I just can't wait to see what kind of glorious disaster is awaiting when they all come together up there. And it's also kind of a cool twist that we find out regular automail doesn't hold up very well in the cold weather. So up there in the cold up north, it looks like, well, it looks like Edward may have a few disadvantages he wasn't counting on. So let's just go ahead and get started. And during the OP, I like to take a minute and just remind everybody that I do have a Patreon. And I know a lot of you are already members of the Patreon. But if you want to check out what's going on over there, see what the perks are, well, there is a link down in the video description. Okay, so we're back up north when this episode starts. Up in like these mountains up near this northern border with this other country and the big wall that keeps them safe from whoever lives on the other side of that wall. Oh, and we're in this medical room. So he's getting treated for like frostbite. Yeah, close to getting frostbite. Chilblains must be what you get before you get frostbite. But that's what Edward's being treated for here. Pre-frostbite. Oh, talking about the lubricant in his automail needs to be changed out because he doesn't have the right like viscosity for the cold weather. I kind of forgot that Alphonse threw his head at the guy. Bronco, right? That's the guy's name, Bronco. So this lady, oh, it's a guy here. This guy seems to be pretty good at working on Bronco's automail there. But like the sash on the sash on Alphonse's helmet was stuck in the gears of the old chainsaw arm. Bronco doesn't like her telling all the secrets to the state alchemist, but they're all working for Hermestris, right? He doesn't believe that the little kid was a state alchemist, the short guy. I like the smug grin that Edward had there. But yeah, she's talking about changing out to the cold weather automail, but Winry's nowhere nearby. He didn't tell Winry where he was going, right? Yeah. He's admitting it's his fault for not telling Winry he was headed up north where the automail has to be different. She's charging him for the coffee. He's in the doctor's office recovering from frostbite. And she makes the state alchemist pay for his cup of coffee. Yeah, Bronco wants to know what he's doing up there with Southern Automail, normal Automail. But yeah, the Lady General didn't even want to read the letter. She just ripped it up. Said she'd make up her own mind. I get the idea that maybe she doesn't really like her brother very much. And she called him a runt, but he's not flipping out on her. She carries, oh no! His sash, the thing on his helmet had to be destroyed to get his helmet out of the chainsaw arm. Oh, it just hurt his ego. Now he's all self-conscious. Ice Queen is the name of the episode. So is General Armstrong the Ice Queen? Or do we have Elsa, like a Frozen spinoff coming here? Well, at least she's inquiring about how her brother's doing. Oh, they're telling her that he's healthy and muscle-bound, and she seems unhappy by that. Oh, wow. What was that? Was weird. I guess she doesn't know anything about these guys. Sometimes that's easy for me to forget. She doesn't know Alphonse's unique situation. Everybody here has something to hide, so go ahead and tell us your secrets too. We're all up at north because we're misfits and outcasts. Oh man, is she trapping him to confess his transmutation? His, I don't know, what do they call it, taboo transmutation? Wait, but Winry's not really a hostage, is she? She's in Rush Valley. Oh, but the Fuhrer was asking about her, saying he knows exactly where she's at and what she's up to. So they're debating what to tell her, or how much to tell her, whether or not to tell her the truth. Something tells me they'll just tell her the whole story. If not right away, eventually. So they tell her they came up there looking for a stunted panda bear that everyone still thinks is a cat because they don't know what pandas are outside of Xing. They're a couple of butterfingers. Oh, I love this. She's calling them troublemakers and just telling them, like, what the heck are you doing up here in my citadel? I don't need you, troublemaker. A runt in an empty suit of armor? No thanks. Oh, wow, she's kicking him out into the cold snow. At least give him a bowl of soup or something. It was a fake out. She said that's what I'd like to say, but I want to know about alchemy. Oh, I bet she's an alchemist, right? If she's Armstrong's brother? I want to see what she can do. I'm sure we'll find out what she can do before too much longer. Yeah, Drachma. Drachma is the country they border that apparently are fierce. And she thinks alchemy, which they've told us so far is more like healing and medical in its applications, but she says she wants to use this as a weapon against Drachma. She's like, she eats her Cheerios 40 meters from the enemy every morning. You want to know the truth? You can't handle the truth. That's who General Armstrong is. But yeah, she wants to take it and use it as a weapon against the Drachmanians. So she's going to find a little girl. At least that's what she says. But she's telling them to stay put. And it looks pretty warm in there. So, but they have to work while they're there. They can't just cozy up and read books and just hang out. They got to work for their supper. Edward understands, though. Yeah, Bronco. Oh, so I guess they did tell him a lot. And Bronco seems to have some sympathy for him. Oh, but she still thinks they're soft? Come on. Oh, she knows that they didn't tell her everything. They did not tell her about the taboo transmutation, did they? So, this is Major Miles. Is it going to be Miles' job to break him down a little bit by putting him to the most harsh work that he can come up with? Now Edward's asking questions. Now he wants to know what everybody has to hide, not just himself. Those are some well-manicured sideburns on Major Miles. Ooh. Oh, he's taking the glasses off. What are we going to see? Red eyes. He's Ishvalan! An Ishvalan working inside the military installation here up near Drachma. That was an interesting twist. Oh, wow. So Ishvalan is only one part of who he is. He has a multi-ethnic heritage in his background, which is cool. That's very real world, right? Oh, but he still doesn't consider himself Amastrician either. So he's got the ill will, or at least he's harboring some sort of resentment by that statement, it would seem. Oh, but Edward's kind of pointing out that war is a two-way street. People hurt each other. And we are not without our own injuries. Though I think we've seen enough to know that the Ishvalans were really more the victim in the thing. The aggrieved party. It was a test, and you passed. You passed my rudeness. You have backbone for a twerp, for a runt, a pipsqueak. Yeah, so, he's got a little bit of respect now for Edward. Yeah, he's ran the whole spectrum in his relationship with Scar. He's not wrong there. Yeah, pretty progressive statement. Let's talk to each other like equals and get beyond race. Let's live in a post-racial world here in the frozen north at Fort Briggs. Oh, wow. So he's been working with General Armstrong going all the way back to the Ishvalan War. War of Extermination. Such a depressing name. Wow, lost a lot of family in the East. Edward doesn't hold his cards close. He just asks what's on his mind. But he's apologizing for offending the guy. He doesn't like the idea of an ignorant state alchemist. I gotta admit, not a great combo. So he admits his resentment, but that doesn't interfere with his loyalty and his duty, I guess. The general trusted him. Oh, so this is speaking a lot to the character of General Armstrong that she kept the Ishvalan around when it caused discord or potentially caused discord. But she kind of stressed like the job, the duty, the greater good is more important than individual traits. Good people are good people, I think. Talking about the value of having this unified force up there against Drachma. Protecting the border against Drachma. We have more important things to worry about than discrimination. She's the right kind of strong, hard cookie, right? Oh, I like that. Her orders to her, shut up and follow me, Miles. Yeah, she seems like one of those molded, like, I don't want to say tropey, but one of those mainstay archetypal characters of the strong, good leader who's no nonsense and seems cold and harsh, but for all the right reasons. They're impressed with her words. Oh, she would kill him one-on-one. She is not afraid of anybody. The fire in her eyes, and look how it cowed. How it cowed Ed and Alphonse here in that story of the bloody red eyes. She was ready to kill him one-on-one. Yeah, talking about the kill or be killed nature of the Northland here. Oh no! He just barely missed some falling ice. That was luck. His luck was so strong he didn't get killed by an iceberg falling from the ceiling. Oh, that's their new job, is to scrape the icicles so that nobody gets killed by falling icicles. You know, there's no good way to die, I guess, but I would not want my obituary to say he met an icicle that he just couldn't survive. Oh, Fallman is there. I forgot that he got sent up north. Oh, he's the icicle scraper who was, I don't know, you'd say derelict in his duties. And now Edward and Alphonse have that duty. Oh, he got congratulated for his promotion to second lieutenant. And it's a second lieutenant's job to scrape icicles. Maybe everybody up there is an officer because it's so hard to be up there. Oh, he was so career-oriented, and now they made him cry by pointing out he's got a bad job. Oh, wow. These tanks are pretty cool. So did General Armstrong design the tanks, or was it just her idea to build them? Yeah, she's who turned, I guess, what was some other kind of automel device into tanks, which we haven't seen tanks at all, right? Oh, and it's like geothermal energy or something here, right? Like they're probably getting it from hot springs, and that's what's keeping everything warm and providing their energy. Or is it just because they're deep underground that it's warmer? Oh, man. This steel worker, this pipeline worker down there, just shoving him out of the way like he's the hot dog in the picnic basket. Oh, there's some rumbling in the pipe, though. This could be bad news. Oh, this could be real bad news. Oh, could it be Scar? Could it be Scar? Oh, yeah, it's not going to be Drachma. I bet it's Scar. We saw him working through the rocks before with his destructive part without the reconstruction. Oh, man, who is this? He's got chains on his wrist. Oh, it's another Homunculus. There's an Ouroboros. We're going to meet a new Homunculus, right? Who is this going to be? I'm running out of deadly sins. I'm not quite the expert at knowing them all. Is this Pride, finally? I doubt it. Oh, it's Sloth! According to the eye catcher, they kind of ruined that surprise. But yeah, it's Sloth. Not to be confused with Sloth from the Goonies, who loves Baby Ruths and Superman. And pirate hats. Yeah, Homunculus digging under there. Sent by the Fuhrer. The Fuhrer knows what's going on up there, right? Well, or maybe sent by Father. Oh, so they found out that the Crimson Alchemist is on the loose, and they know it must be for a gruesome reason. They're not happy about that. All right, I bet you we get to see General Armstrong in action against Sloth. Now that a deadly sin, Homunculus, has invaded the fort, is she going to defend her house? She's going to say, not in my house, you big Baby Ruth-eating sloth. Oh, I do like the thing with his eye. Yep, they spotted the tattoo right off the bat, so they know what they're working with, what they're dealing with. But the little beady eyes and the one with the red thing over it, I wonder what that is. Those are strange eyes. But Sloth, he's got the snot bubble. Be careful, it might be Zenitsu. Zenitsu the Sloth. You'd think Sloth would be an easier one to fight because he's gonna like want to take a lot of breaks. He's not gonna be exactly self-motivated. I do like he's more monstrous than some of the others. Well, maybe not more than Envy when Envy's in the monster form. But everything's a bother. I'm really liking this characterization of Sloth and just lumbering around. Kind of like, you know, a 1940s, 50s Universal movie monster kind of lumbering like Frankenstein's monster or Mummy. Oh, Bronco. Oh, Bronco thinks he's a spy from Drachma? Come on. Listen first, shoot later, man. You're going to need their help. Something tells me, Bronco, you're paying attention to the wrong threat. Oh! I thought he was throwing the big pipe at Bronco, but he threw it at Edward and Alphonse. Just lumbering around with those chains. I wonder what the story is with those chains. I hope we get to see like where he was chained up before he got loose. Yeah, the bullets aren't going to do you any good, Bronco. You're going to have to get down there and alchemy the guy. Are Edward and Alphonse going to join this fight? Or are they just going to stand aside and be very, very slowly and lackadaisically murdered? He's taking the elevator. Of course, Sloth's too lazy for the stairs. It's so funny. He's just moving so slowly. And I mean, it's a major threat, I understand, but it's weird how people are responding like they're running everywhere except towards him, it seems like. Oh, that barricade's not going to do much good, right? He's slow but strong. He's like the Solomon Grundy of homunculi. Uh-oh. Where are we going now? It's like a really, really slowly moving avalanche. Oh, what did Armstrong have? Like a rocket launcher? She's fried him with something. I guess fire, we know, is something that works against him, courtesy of Mustang. So she set him on fire, and now she's... Oh, I don't think they needed the extinguisher. He looks pretty fireproof to me. So I guess she's just not catching on at all at what they're dealing with. She's sending the people who aren't soldiers away to safety while she gets ready to battle this beast. Oh, they got the tanks. We're going to see the tanks in action. We don't need any stinking trial runsies. These are the prize babies. All right, so let's see Armstrong go into battle. You know, I was assuming she's probably an alchemist, but maybe not. Maybe she's just a tough cookie. All right, they're going to blast it with the tank shells. See what kind of artillery this thing has. Oh, right in the head it looked like. Is he just going to spit it out? Little sparkly around him, so it hurts some. Oh, it's almost like he's got wires inside of him. But the fibers just heal right back. Typical homunculus fashion. Difficult to kill. You know, if one of the homunculi were going to attack me, I'd want it to be Sloth, because I'm pretty certain I can outrun him. Like, I could probably run way ahead, sit down and catch my breath, and then run again once he started getting close. But he's just discarding those shells like nothing. Those rounds from the tanks are having no effect. Why are they just wasting? You're just wasting ammunition. Figure something else out. It's like, well, we did that and it didn't work. You know what the solution is? Let's do more of that. Yeah. Okay, good. We got some alchemy coming out now. Let's see what Edward's going to try to do. Or, yeah, what's Edward going to try to do here? So it was a little defense. I want to see if he goes on the offense. Especially since his auto mill is unreliable. But it's warm inside, so it should work better here. They've got to get that Philosopher's Stone out of him. Oh, it's going to have to spill some beans. He's got to let him know the truth so that they can protect themselves from this threat. Oh, now she's accusing him of being a spy from Drachma. You don't want her on your bad side there, Edward. All right, he's gonna tell her what it is. Oh, why can't he answer? Oh my goodness, he's no good. He can't even tell her the Führer is evil. Oh, wow, that is crazy. He's telling her she has to guess. At least tell her something she can use to fight the thing. All right, answer this one truthfully, Edward. Tell her you're on her side. I guess that's as close to an honest answer as he can give. So, that red line going to his eye is probably a signifier of where the Philosopher's Stone is located within him. Oh, Buccaneer. I was calling him Bronco, I guess. It's Buccaneer. Alright, what has she got up her sleeve? I want to see what she can do when faced with an impossible threat to defeat. What a great way for her to prove herself as we're just getting to know this character. And we're already kind of rooting for her and wanting to see what she can do. A great platform, a great arena to showcase her powers. And of course that is when the episode ends and leaves me eager to see her finally go into motion. What kind of plan is General Armstrong going to come up with to stop Sloth? Sloth is pretty cool. I like the character design. I like the chains around his wrist. I hope we get to see some kind of story about how those chains got there. I like the design of the red line going up to his eyes. I like the beady eyes. I like his slow lumbering motion, but that bulk and incredible strength. So a really cool new character being introduced here. A great foil to let us see what another semi-new character, General Armstrong, can do. I'm really liking this arc up north. I like the setting. Like I'm looking right out my window as I record this reaction, and there's snow in all the trees, and it kind of looks outside of my house like it looks outside of that wall here in the episode. So it's a great time to be watching this, and I'm having a good time. Another great episode. And I just want to say, I'm proud of you for watching anime, and I'll talk to you again soon.
I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who supports the channel on Patreon. It really means a lot to me. If you think you might be in a position to support the channel on Patreon, there is a link in the video description. Please go check it out. Join the Patreon in order to receive early access to reactions and reviews, as well as extended cuts of the reactions and occasional bonus videos taking a look behind the scenes, as well as chat and polls to help me plan things to cover for the future of the channel. Thank you.